Surely, surely you're feeling it. And what I'm talking about is you're hungry, you eat, and you're full really, really fast. And not only that, after you eat, it's like, it's a long time before you even feel like eating again, if you can eat again. This has been happening just within, I would say, just within the past week. Hello, Frank Honey. Hello there, Chief Kashif. Good evening, the 207 Trading Post, South China, Maine. Gianna, Francisco, Xavier. Hello, are you feeling it? Because I certainly cannot be the only one is feeling it. And I find it really hard to believe that it's, this is the rapture? Yeah. Are you all having a hard time just eating? And maybe food doesn't look as appealing as it once did? Yeah. Hello. So that's the question. Are you feeling it? We're already home. The World War III is incoming. The DNA is changing somewhat. Do you find yourself only being able to eat like one meal a day, more or less? Yeah. Reminding you that you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. You're not. Actually, you are. Yeah. You do eat one meal. That's what I just feel like doing now. Just eat one meal. But I know I can't just eat one meal. You can't eat. I mean, I have my breakfast that I have. I'll drink coffee, but I can only really drink about this much, probably 4 ounces of coffee in the morning, if I make it that far. Black coffee. And now listen to this. I was able to eat, the broccoli, that I had little pieces of broccoli florets, some celery and carrots and walnuts and blueberries and some apple and some tangerine all in a plate. It was too big of a plate. I just admit it, a dinner plate. But even like this morning at my mom's, I had a few blueberries, one tangerine, one apple cut up, and some walnuts. And I made myself eat it. I did. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm stuffed. It's just, and that stuffness, let me see. Okay, the stuffness is, I feel stuffed right here. But yesterday, I thought I got to eat three meals. It wasn't bad meals at all. But then I was so full after 4 o'clock. I cannot eat nothing after 4 o'clock, maybe after 3. You've been falling down a lot also. Digest chicken, organic cucumbers, and berries. You haven't had an appetite out of the darkness into the light. As our metabolism slows, we eat less. You would be sick if you ate 3 times a day. Oh yeah. At this point in my life right now, in this week that I'm in, I would throw up. I would. It's like, yeah, and even to drink like a gallon of water or liquids, I'm going to find it really hard to even drink that now. Lots of dry fasting too. Sister from another life. Now, I'm not going to say that that is not true. I'm not. You will get no argument with me from that statement. You won't. You're trying to detox and unblock your lymph. Are you doing the dry brushing? You like start with your arms and then you just like go up and up into your shoulders and then you go like this, or you go like that. Up here you got lymph nodes there and brush them down and your stomach, and then your legs, just bring them up. Yeah, every morning. And colonics, praying and fasting for you. Yeah, your stomach. I didn't even get it. I didn't even get what you said. Supreme abundance. Um, oh, steaming at the gym is very beneficial. I bet it is. It probably feels relaxing. Yeah, I'm not alone. I can't be alone, and you can't be alone in feeling like you don't, you know, you should eat something, but you don't really have much of an appetite. And if you, I wonder if you don't eat, what's going to happen? You probably lose a lot of weight, and you probably would be dehydrated. You wouldn't have any energy probably. Good morning and good evening. You have no energy for the gym anymore. You go to the Clarksville, to a colonic. I gotta sit down, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. Standing up. Ugh. I just want to rest. It's time to rest and fast. Angel energies are high. You lost weight for sure. People can have up to 80 pounds. Wow. Disease and cleanse and coloscopy. Are you having a trouble eating? Are you? Like, you just can't eat more than maybe one meal a day, at the most two, and it's not very much. And you just stay full all into the night. Yeah. You're so tired today, and there's a lot of energy out there, a ton of it. Yeah, follow your instincts. Yeah, I'm not going to eat until I make myself sick. No way. I will not. I don't want to make myself miserable at all. I'm going to eat what I feel like eating, but it's like those big meals that people ate when you're younger. You know, you can eat a whole bunch, and then all of a sudden, boom, you don't. You eat one big meal, and the rest of the day is fruits and vegetables because we don't need that much food. Now, your statement, what if it's really true? We don't need that much food, but they got us thinking we need all that food. Eat more, eat more, eat more, eat more. I did notice when I ate something that wasn't totally vegetables and fruit, I wasn't as full afterward. It wasn't. My stomach didn't feel full. And it's true that the fruits and the vegetables make you feel full. But if you're full, you don't even feel like drinking. The crystalline bodies require higher vibe food, Barbara. Clean, light, and water. Yes, L. All that food makes you compliant and lazy. Well, I think that's true. I do think it's true. I've noticed at times, and you probably noticed too, that when you don't eat very much in the whole entire day, you have more energy because you don't got something slowing you down. I mean, you got to drink something, but you truly do. You're more alert unless you go outside and there's the sky doing the thing that it's doing and you drag your body back into that house. Your right ear is ringing now. Usually it's your left ear. Do you think it's your right ear is a good sign? When my right ear does high pitch, it's not good for me. And the right side of my nose, if it tickles, it's not good for me because it's the dark side that is the negative side. For me spiritually, that's not too happy. Chewing instead of stewing food. There are people who chew their food and they spit it out. They just want the taste of it. They do that. Processed, organic, you're getting nutrients, processes in your calories. That makes sense, Barbara. You was in Farmington yesterday and you couldn't help but notice thousands of, oh wow, where's Farmington? Let me see, where's Farmington at? Solar panels. I do have solar panels. I have like a 200-watt solar panel that I bought probably 3 or 4 years ago, probably 5 years ago. Yeah. Never took it out of the box, but it's so heavy, and I'm pretty sure it has all the hookups. And then I have a foldable solar panel that can be used to charge cell phones, small things like that. The corona vaccine is going on, and it's the main thing, main cause, I think. It is true that some people are who had that they have that type of symptoms, but I didn't have that thing. I didn't. Oh, okay. Maine, and yeah, it's going up all over the place. Are you all feeling tired? Are you more tired than normal? Well, you're going to be tired if you don't get no sleep. And a lot of people, they are all waking up at around 3 something in the morning. And they don't know why. 3 something in the morning, it has to do with your circadian rhythm, isn't it? I think I read that somewhere. It's like off. You're waking up at 3 a.m. How can you stop? I think it has something to do with your circadian rhythm of your heart. I think it is. You got to get this on the right side. You're waking up. Yeah. And, yeah. It used to be somebody, you could eat a nice meal and you just want to sleep. But no, you just like, you eat too much now, you don't want to eat nothing. It's the circadian rhythm at 3 something in the morning, and your body needs to do something at certain hours. What does it need to do? Does your liver need to detox body organs? There's something about your body organs. Body organs at 3 a.m. Okay, listen. So it says 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. is the time of the liver and a time where the body should be asleep. Well, perfect. They're keeping us up at 1 to 3 a.m. During this time, the toxins are released from the body and fresh new blood is made. Isn't that interesting? If you find yourself waking during this time, you could have too much yang energy or problems with your liver or detoxification in your pathways. It's the yang and the yin. You're only going to bed at 3:30 and you're up at, wow, Stacy, honey, you just ain't getting no sleep. You're not. Dr. Google Consult. Actually, let's see the visual for that. That's Chinese medicine. Let me look at this. Oh, it's a dish. Oh, it's an organ clock. You just tuning in. Do you find yourself? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling yourself that you can hardly eat anything? It's the food is not that appealing, and you get full a lot faster, and it's just like you can't really drink very much either. You are up at 1 in the morning watching Speed Racer go. Speed Racer, is that the one you're talking about, the cartoon Speed Racer? You feel better eating 1 meal a day, and we don't need 3 meals a day, and I'm so glad R.F. Kennedy, absolutely, going to get rid of all the chemicals in our food, and night, night, Gina. Okay, you going to sleep? Okay, Kathy, honey, good night. You got to go to bed. Time to go home, go to bed. Yes, I am. Speed Racer. Okay, you all, let's look at this, because I think this is important. We got to see what is going on with this thing. I got to make it big. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So 12 noon, your blood circulates high energy. Eat your lunch at 12 noon. And your small intestine is short and it absorbs food, and you got low energy. That's true. Anybody else in here get really low energy between around 1 o'clock? I know that is my tired time of the day is 1 o'clock. Your small absorption, your small intestines, nap time. Isn't that interesting? You've got to ask yourself, how do they know all these things? Are we something more than what they're telling us? How do they know that this is how the human body operates? Almost down to, just like the sun. They know exactly when the sun rises. It's going to rise exactly when it's going to set. This is Nirvana, naturopathics.com. Nirvana, naturopathics.com. So you need it. Do you get thirsty around this time? Your energy is restored. It's for your bladder. Liquid waste is removed and you work and study. Kidneys, you stores your nutrients, builds bone marrow. That is so wild. You're supposed to eat at that time? That's the only time it says to eat. Do you think that's true? Do you think that's true? That's when we're supposed to be eating around that time? Wow. Well, what if they say your breakfast is your most important meal of the day? Fire, earth, fire, metal, wood. 6 p.m. and 7, your kidney stores your nutrients. It builds the bone. 8 and 9 o'clock at night, fire, your protection, your light reading, your sex, your self-love, your pericardium, endocrine, metabolic, balancing, and getting sleepy. Triple burner, you're supposed to be sleeping during that time. Wow. Midnight, your gallbladder. Sleep releases the bile and cellular repair and builds blood cells. The gallbladder. Sleep, deep rest, and recovery planning. Wow. Breakfast breaks your fast. Do you think they telling us that we have to eat and we just got programmed to eat when this Chinese thing says we should be eating at around 5:30? You found the website? Well, I don't know how I jumped into it. I don't, Flower. Let's look at this. At 4 a.m., deep sleep, dreams and memories, and detox your lungs. Large intestines. Wake up and release your bowels and meditate. Well, if you didn't eat right, you can't release your bowels. How about that? If you have a disorder, you ain't going to be able to do it. And then people work in second shifts, third shifts. It don't work for them unless the shift they worked on. I don't know how that's going to work for people. I really don't. If you work a night shift, we're talking about eating food. Do you feel hungry and stuff? Nighttime is when your body cleanses itself. Oh my gosh. How do they know it? 8 a.m. Okay, you got a breakfast. 8 a.m., you get your stomach, you get your breakfast, good concentration, and you walk. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., clear your thinking, and your spleen will convert your food to qi. Is it qi? QI is qi or kai? Let me do this. Let me show you. Just let me get it's going. It's called Nirvana, and it's under something. No, I don't want to talk. It's called, look, here's what it's called. It's the traditional Chinese organ body clock. There it is right there. You can see it. The traditional Chinese, they are only saying you eat your breakfast and there's not a thing about lunch. It isn't. Does this mean you got to have water? Well, I don't know when it's telling you you need to drink water. Qi energy, thank you. The night's working does mess with your circadian cycle, and it takes about 5 years. You as corn in intensive care night shift. Wow. Ah. This is wild. Are you all finding out that you can't eat like you used to eat? Could it be that time has shifted itself? And the normal time, you know how it feels like the days and the hours are going by so fast? What if that's truly happening and time has been sped up and it's literally messed our bodies all up? Appetite is usually thirst. Oh, that's why they drink too much coffee. That's great, Flower Honey. Time is moving so fast. Okay, so you got to be asleep. You got to let your liver do its thing at 3 a.m. Wow. Okay, look at this. Is it the turning point? If you wake up at the same time each night, the Chinese medicine body clock explains why. Human beings have an intrinsic and powerful connection to sunlight that evolved over thousands of years. And before the advent of electricity, we were bound by the constraints of daylight, and our sleep cycles followed suit. But today, the electricity, Al Honey, you just got back from Amish. I think that's wonderful, Al Honey. I hope you had a good visit. Yeah. Today, electricity and technological stimulation allow our minds and our bodies to be active after sundown, which can wreak havoc on our health. Well, that's probably true. Many hormonal processes in our body are literally hardwired to be orchestrated by the sunlight and the absence of sunlight. So it's no surprise that adhering to a normal sleep pattern is therefore highly important to maintaining an optimal health. You got a body clock. Wow. It's your concept. The concept of an organ clock in Chinese medicine is a useful tool in understanding why it occurs. The energy of qi moves through the body's meridians and organs in a 24-hour cycle. Every 2 hours, the energy is the strongest within a particular organ. Isn't that interesting? And its functions within the body. And that's not all. The body, the mind, and the emotions are inseparable in Chinese medicine, meaning that if you have disharmony in your physical body, it is tied to your emotional state. So if you wake up at 3 a.m., when your liver energy peaks, you may be suffering from liver qi stagnation, which could be related. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you just only timed somebody out, Al, honey. I went ahead and rang the bell, even though I don't have it here. Which could be related to an unhealthy diet, excess alcohol, unresolved anger, high levels of stress. Can I say amen to that? We're living in a world where there are high levels of stress all around. And they're not making it easy on us. Yeah, they're not. They are not making it easy because the news is pumping it out. We want to keep these people to where their bodies get all messed up. We want to make America unhealthy again. Let's make America unhealthy. Let's do all of this kind of stuff and let's pack on the stress. Let's give all the negative news we could possibly find and just shove it down their throats. And if that don't do it, we'll get our energy thing. I watched Star Trek, and they had the frequency thing last night. They had it on Kirk's head, the spiral thing. It was spiral, but it was sonic noise. It was some type of frequency that you could hear, and it literally caused pain within the individual. That's right. High levels of stress. If you consistently wake up at 4 a.m., it could be due to an imbalance in your lungs, which is related to grief, sadness, and fatigue, or reduced immune function. So your body is like a clock, and with each turn of the hour hand, a certain organ is affected. Isn't that really intricate? Just like that. But if they've messed up time and we're all out of whack, the chemtrails, fear, fear, fear. That's right. We're just going to throw the fear out there. Let's tell everybody we're going to have World War III. Let's get those people in an uproar. They happy because Trump wins. We're going to get them in an uproar. Let's see how they like their hero when we start World War III. Let's see how good they like it now. I don't think we'll see it. I really don't. I do not think we see it, and if we do see it, part of me, a big part of me says we will not see it. They want to orchestrate it, but I think it's just a trap, just this provoking energy. Because if they do, they're literally, well, they'll collapse all the markets in the world, and they'll need to collapse the markets in the world, the old system. But in the process, if they did nuclear weapons and things like that, they will destroy the infrastructure and will be way behind what some want to do. That's why I don't think it will happen. Not saying there won't be a blackout, and they do have the power to cause grid down by just hacking into it. They can do that, just hack into the grid, and let's just bring it down in certain sections of certain countries and stuff without destroying the infrastructure and without destroying the land, because really the United States has a lot of resources in it. And does it have the largest quartz, one of the largest quartz mine in the world? What was that thing they had in North Carolina? Because they said we will soon run out by 2025. 2025, the world will run out of, what was it that was in the mines? They will run out of it, and the United States has it in North Carolina. Is it what was it? Was it the lithium? It was the lithium, yeah, it was the lithium. No, we're not going to have no world war or whatever. They got to get that mine up and going. They can't be having that because they can't hold science back. They can't. Yeah, the lithium. So I think it's all a bunch of hype, and I really don't think it's ever going to escalate in that, because it would literally, for those who believe in the New World Order and the Agenda 2025 and the 2030, they're not going to do that because that would set them way back, and they're not going to allow a world war to happen. World War III, where destruction, although they are planning. They're building their armies already, the countries around the world. They were told they had 3 years to build their armies. What happens in 3 years if it's 2028? We'll be going into 2029 is when the god Apophis, the god of destruction, asteroid number 99942, comes on April the 13th. There's going to be some kind of war. It may be against the machines. It may be against an alien race. Ring the prince. Okay, I thought I said ring the peace. The Prince of Peace is here, and he has deceived the world. I don't know about that. Yeah, I really don't. You can see, so if you are, we're talking about, are you feeling it? Do you feel like you cannot eat as much as you used to, and you're just getting full, and you're thinking, well, 1 meal a day would do me good if I just didn't eat till like 1 o'clock. Excuse me. Then I'll be good for the rest of the day. It's the beast. No, it's against us, yeah. Anyone see where Trump wore a black hat and a gold braid? Was it a message code, Barbara? Trump with the gold, the black hat, and a gold braid and a black, he wore a black hat? You think it was AI? Trump, black hat, gold braid. Are you talking about this? Or no? A photo of Trump. No, get that off of there. And gold captured at the Michigan rally. Fact check. Are you talking about that, Barbara? They said he wore a black and gold Madison Square Garden. What would that mean? They said it was all fake. The tie is gold. Okay. I have to wait for all these commercials to come on this video. Gina, you gonna get mad and fit throw? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna sit and wait. Let's see if we can hear it. That was the comedian Tucker Carlson about Harris. I'm not going to play it because it's got music in it. I don't see anything about Trump. When President took the stage, he promised to launch the largest deportation in natural American history. If you watch the video from this morning, I had a dream last night. It was in my dream state. In my dream state, I can't even remember. Something about the Rothschild, and I heard whatever. I can't even remember the phrase I heard this morning from my dream early in the wee hours of the morning. But I remember Rex number 84 kept being repeated in my dream state, and we looked it up, and it's the continuity of government that's been around for a long, long time, and that they can use it. And yeah. I don't know what they were saying. Oh, in solidarity with the Proud Boys. Is that what that was about? Shows an image. Let's see the archive. That could have been, well, that's his shirt. Make America Great Again. That's his hat. Make America Great Again. All right. Hey there, Hoodlum. So if y'all been waking up and you really don't have much appetite, and when you eat, you can't eat too much, and you feel full what little you do eat. It's going to be ugly. Unfortunately, you're in the woods, but that's when they will go. That's where they will go, in the woods. They got to get to the woods. Yeah. So your body is tied to a organs. Your every hour of the day, it's tied to the organs in your body at each hour. And at 1 o'clock, if you get tired, you're supposed to get tired. I guess this is when you want to. What's it say? You got low energy. At right there, your kidneys are working at all these hours. Oh, you're gonna sleep at midnight. Well, look how it is, black and white. What's the opposite of that? The key energy and something else, the yin and the yang. Yes, greetings from Germany. My son was born in the Krankenhaus at on the baby ward floor in Berlin, because all the doctors and all the nurses in the military, they got sent over to the Middle East, and I had to go see the German doctors, and my son got delivered by a midwife, and I didn't have no pain medication, no nothing. And when he started coming out, the doctor had left, and she left the midwife there. He started coming out, and I was screaming, and the nurse, the midwife, it was a midwife, she told my husband in German, she kept talking to him. I said, what is she saying? She said, for you to be quiet, you're on the baby floor, and the babies are trying to sleep. Oh my God. Then I couldn't even holler. It just popped right out. And then she kept telling my husband, you need to call the doctor. And he's sitting there, didn't know what to do. She said, pick up the phone and call the doctor. The baby's already on the way out. He could speak German. He's got himself all messed up. He did. And then the doctor came, and at that time, and then they just go slice with the knife. You know, no time to numb Gina, just go slice. He popped right out. I said, from this day forward, I dedicate him to you. In the name of, I dedicate him to you, Jesus. I did. As soon as he popped out, that's the first things I said. I dedicate him to you. Use him. Yeah. That's what he did. Popped right out of me. It was the fastest labor I ever had. Only had 2. Yeah. Your mother said, shut up and act like you're... Mrs. Rogers, can you show me that graph again? Oh, dear goodness. Let's look at this, you all. We got to look at this. Just going to look at the graph. Let's see if we can get it in here. We're going to show this graph again. You're going to see it. Okay, look. At 12 noon. Now, let's see. We can do like this. You need to take a screenshot is what you need to do, but this is how it works. At 12 o'clock, let's start at the wee hours of the morning. At midnight, your gallbladder is active and you need to be sleeping. You're having a releasing of the bile and your cellular repair, and you're supposed to be building your blood cells at midnight. So at 12 noon, your blood circulation high energy at noontime. You're supposed to be eating your lunch at noontime. That's why we eat at noon. What if that's really why we eat at noon? It's all based on this clock right here. What if it is? Lunchtime is at noon. Small intestines is why you get really bit sleepy and stuff right there. You got sort and absorb your food because you have to eat. You eat right there if you get an hour. Then you got to absorb your food. You got low energy. You got to take a nap. You eat at 1400, Al, honey. Okay. I know it don't mess you up. Okay, at 3 p.m., your energy is restored. You got liquid waste released in the form of urine. Then you're supposed to be able to work and study. At 5 to 6 to 7, that's supper time. You store your nutrients in your kidney, build your bone marrow. Isn't that interesting? Because that's when people eat. I think it all has to do with this. I really do. 7 to 9, protection, light reading. Oh, you're protected. You are protected at 7 to 9. Light reading, sex, self-love, and pericardium. So if you're going to be making out, you need to be making out between these hours. They're the best hours for you. 9 to 11. You got the endocrine and metabolic, balancing, getting sleepy. You got a triple burner, whatever a triple burner is. At midnight to 2 a.m., you're supposed to be sleeping, releasing your bowel, your cellular, your gallbladder. You're building your blood cells. At 2 a.m., you got deep sleep. You got to your blood is supposed to be detoxing, you're resting and you're recovering and you're planning, and that's your liver. 3 to 5, your lung, deep sleep, dreams, and memory, detoxing your lungs. And at 6 o'clock, you are supposed to be waking up, releasing your bowels, and you're meditating. 7 to 9, your stomach, you got to eat some breakfast, get some good concentration, and go walk. And 9 to 11, your spleen, clear thinkings. Your spleen converts food to ki. And 11 a.m. at 12, then we start all over again. He's got to start all over again. That's how it works. Is that one's supposed to going to do that? You're burning the midnight oil. Yeah, some people are. You're all messed up, Desiree, honey. That's okay. A lot of people probably can agree with you. They're all messed up. And people have been messed up for off and on throughout, I guess, history itself. And we live in an era where we have to have people work all around the clock for you. You make them products. You keep that job line. You keep that assembly line going. You keep that work coming out. That's okay. The robots are going to be doing a lot of it. That's what yes, Mark Cunningham, robots. 207. You are in the woods and you love the caribou as much as the moose. The big organic robots. How did we get on this? Because are you feeling it? Are you feeling that you can't eat as much as you wanted to, and when you do eat, you're stuffed, even though you didn't eat a lot? You just don't want to eat no more. You don't want to drink nothing, even though it is wintertime. I know in the summertime it's different. You get thirsty and stuff like that. You do. What are you feeling? You're feeling like you're not hungry. You're feeling like you do want to eat, and you're full. You have no desire to eat. You eat maybe 1 or 2 meals a day, and that's all she wrote. And as for the drinking of liquids, that's probably the same thing. Even though you're supposed to drink 64. Yes, it tastes tasteless. You ever eat a banana? It's been happening like for a few years, and the texture of the banana felt really strange. It really did. It wasn't the same texture. It like... I don't know. What if we really do live in a 3D world, and our food is 3D? You know, they want to do that 3D printing of the food. Doesn't it make you think, why do they want to do that? How can you 3D print food and eat it? Doesn't that sound strange? Think, what do they use to 3D print food to make it edible? It is wild. And you have the replicator on Star Trek. And they tell it what they want, and it brings it out all of a sudden. Don't you find that kind of similar? You stick that in, and it just appears out of nowhere, and they eat it. Organic bananas. They have thicker... Our human bodies don't need food. You think they don't, Mike? You love food, but you barely eat. Sometimes you just don't want to. Yes. Bioengineering the food so you don't eat. Spam. Spam, I used to love to fix spam and dice it up. Make some rice and chop up some eggs after, you know, they like... fried eggs, I don't know, you mix them together and you chop them up with some onions and put a little soy, a little bit of curry, and a little bit of sesame seed oil, and it's a good deal. It's a good dish. Did I say onions? Yeah. Our frequencies are rising, so we're needing less food. Well, let me type that in. Let me type that in. There is a lot of thought there. Frequency... Frequency. Oh, I'm going to type in body's frequency. Body's frequency. And appetite. Food, appetite. Let's see if there's a correlation. I probably didn't put the right, probably didn't word it right. Eating frequency and appetite. No, I'm talking about your body's frequency. Raising of your frequency. Raising of your frequency. Raising frequency and food appetite. Let me see. No, see, this ain't going into the, no, see, this is, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about your spiritual frequency. How about that? See, they don't want to let us know. 3D. We go into the 3D, we go into the 4D, we go into 5D, 5D, and eating less. Let me just say that. Eating less. What does it mean when you start eating less? Infections, mental health, medicine, certain medicines, reduce appetite when you have decreased desire to eat, loss of appetite. No. Health, spirit, freedom. Teaching the 5D ascension and high. Diving in person 2 struggles, binge eating, addiction, eating better as you enter into the 5D. It means making more food at home and eating out less and maybe not eating at all. Okay, the food in the 5th dimension, this is Maria. Today we're going to be talking about food and food as it relates to spirituality, as it relates to your spiritual journey. I believe it really does. Straight up fasting. Yeah. Start taking 2 to 3 days to digest. Oh, is that what you're saying, Ale? The food is taking 2 to 3 days to digest. It's not breaking it down. It is possible that something's in people's body and it's altering the DNA structure and messing it all up to where it can't do what it's supposed to do, certain little bitty segments. Could be. You don't eat it at all, and you feel good. It's a must for you, but you love vegan, and veggies are so important, Juan. It takes 2 to 3 hours to digest. Yeah. Hmm. 5D Ascension. In this episode, they'll talk about the expansion of the consciousness of Mother Earth, also referred to as 5D Ascension. Oh, I like this. 5D is the human afterlife, where souls go after death. Most of the things described in Michael Newton's or Sylvia Brown's book are 5D Earth. It's the afterlife, where the souls go. At what age do people start eating less? Over 60, 70, lower need to energy when they were younger because they spend less energy. With energy being calories, generally speaking, their caloric needs to be lower because they do less. There you go. You do less. I certainly do less than what I used to. You love potatoes. Fasting helps so much. You can conquer it. That's right. You can cure cancer. Just saying. Yeah. There's a lot of things a person can do if you got a condition. There's lots of references out there, a lot of good information, a lot of people who have been through what you've been through, and they can share what worked for them and what didn't. But not everything's going to work for everybody, but it's nice to know what everybody else tried. It is, because you may want to try that. It is, so thank you. Autophagy. Autophagy? What's autophagy? Autophagy? Autophagy. I can't say that word. I don't even know what it means. Autophagy. Oh, self-eating. Oh, Barbara. Oh, my God. It is a natural process in which a cell breaks down and recycles old, damaged, or abnormal cell parts. Autophagy as lysosome-dependent process for degrading and recycling. I thought it said the cells eat themselves. That's what I thought it said. Oh, it's important for maintaining your cell health and homeostasis. It helps your cells balance energy sources, remove misfolded proteins, clear damaged organelles. There you go. Cellular molecular mechanisms. Yeah, all of it. Whew. Fasting. Yeah, hello, dandelion tea. That's right. So if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about, are you feeling full? And can you eat as much food as you used to eat? Because chances are you may not be able to because you get full really fast. And you may think, yeah, I'm not even hungry. I'm not even thirsty, although I know I should eat or drink something. You probably happen to find yourself just eating smaller meals. Really. Dandelion is the ultimate herb. It does so much. Well, you can go outside and you can pick you some white clover. You know, the little flower clovers, or you can have the big long stem and you sit down in the grass and you make little bitty necklaces out of it. You have your little clover necklace. The white clover is really good for you. The white 4-leaf clovers. Yeah. Like an ulcer, that's what you're eating. It was eating you. Well, that's what I thought. It's kind of gross, isn't it? Yeah, addicted to eating. Yeah, there are some people who are. And it's probably just you just change that programming on the inside, truly. Yeah. I am going to go. I am, but are you feeling it? Are you feeling like you can't eat as much as you used to, even if you're younger, and you're feeling full a lot more, and you don't drink as much water, and it's happening all of a sudden? There are a lot of things that's happening all of a sudden. Just think, have you ever heard of a person? Now, see, they never heard of it until a few years ago, I think. It's never truly been done, where people's esophagus don't go straight. Okay, I don't got it. Don't go straight down. Their esophagus goes down like this, goes behind their rib cage, loops around somehow, and goes down into their stomach. And they have no way, you can't straighten it up. And when they drink water or something, it don't go down. It just comes right back up. How on earth could that happen in a person? Yeah, there are people, I forget what it's called. It's like some kind of a twisted esophagus. Could you imagine having an upper GI? They have to be so careful, go down there. If they didn't do the x-rays and just try to make their way around it. It is really strange. Twisted esophagus. There's a lot of things happening to people's bodies now. There really is. A lot. I'm going to show you a picture of it. It's really weird. Look at that. A person's esophagus should not look like that. I think they've done so much damage to humans. Look at that. This guy's esophagus, look at that. That's his bulging esophagus on him. Right there. A corkscrew esophagus. Could you imagine that happening? They literally are destroying the human body. Your esophagus is literally supposed to do this. Go straight down. Straight down. But instead, like that, like that. And you know what? It's probably more widespread than people know. It really is. Where people think, well, I just don't know what's wrong with me, and my food just seems like it gets stuck right there. Or sometimes I've had pain on the side of my whatever, and I don't know what it is, and they've never been to the doctor, and they could have a twisted esophagus. I don't know how you would, it's like gross. Look at that. Look at that. Could you imagine that? Esophagus. Oh, is that the colon? Gina, honey, that's somebody's colon. I thought it was esophagus. A Z-line esophagus. It looks like a colon. That would cause somebody, I don't even know how you'd be able to eat when it's supposed to be like that. And your esophagus is all messed up. It's like twisted. Yes. Yeah. A horrible. It's like a mutation, like gene mutations and stuff like that. A mutation occurs within the human body. And like the people have deformities showing up and tumors and everything all over everybody. And they did it. The people didn't do it. The people in the world did it. Something was introduced and it's just awful. It's really sad. A barium swallow. Esophagus. And then that twisted. How do we get on that? We talk about people's bodies. And your body has a clock. A Chinese clock. It's like the clock, hands of a clock, your organs. With each turn of the clock, it affects each organ. You can see like this. You just do like this. They all are getting attention at certain hours of the day. They are. Because it goes to one part or another. It sounds like your body's much more than what it is. A whole lot more. So I'm going to go. I am. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thank you, Al, honey. Thank you all for your comments. There's something going on, and I truly do believe that our bodies are changing because our world is changing, and there's going to be a human 2.0, and we're going to be the human whatever, the old humans, and there's going to be new humans. There truly is. And the human 2.0, there really is a such thing. The human 2.0 is a concept that describes a future where humans and technology merge, leading to new capabilities, improved quality of life, and the potential to eliminate disability. The ideal is that machines will become extensions to our human body. It's the Human 2.0 project. Humanism. The new era of humans, new minds, and new bodies. It'll merge with our bodies and our minds to forever change our concept. And then you'll be an old human. Let's see, I'm going to show you the old human. You probably won't even need to eat. Old humans are the ones who will not be retrofitted, who will not, well, you're not like that. You're not. But you may one day feel like you're one of these. Okay, when the machines take over people's bodies. Yeah. It'll happen. There is a thing that says you'll have a new body. Well, I know when I leave this world, when my time on this earth is done, my spirit, my soul's going back to where it came from. And it'll be a totally different type of a body. It will. Totally different. An etheric body. You got an etheric body. Gina, you're supposed to be going. I'm going to see etheric body. Etheric, your light body. Etheric body. Ta-da! There's your body. You're going to be an etheric body. Actually, I think we have it. We just need to be able to get it to come out. It's an energy field that's part of a person's aura or energy field and said to sustain and connect the physical to the higher bodies. It's considered the first or lowest layer of the human energy field. There you go. That's what your body is. You got it. Look at that. The 7 layers and the chakra. It's like people can feel your energy and stuff. They can see your light. They can feel your energy. They truly can. And they don't want us to, I bet you that the new, the robots don't have this type of body. They don't. They'll never have this body. They will not have this body. They won't. They won't have it. Look at that. The buffering of the energy forces, fluid, malleable, the color. When our body, when out of the body, the etheric double is usually a silver, blue-gray color, but can take on the colors when a person becomes more aware of the astral environment. This is generative AI, and generative AI is literally telling you what is out there. They're not saying that this is make-believe or anything. They're literally saying this is a fact. I was going to end the video, but I got some more things to say. They're not saying there are whatever. No, they're saying it. It's a direct contact with the physical body, and it helps maintain its form. The etheric body acts as a buffer for energy forces from higher dimensions, which it then transmits into physical body through the circulatory, endocrine, and central nervous system. The fluidic and malleable. The etheric body is fluidic, malleable, which is why the astral body projected during the astral travel looks similar to the physical body. They're literally telling you that your body can astral travel. They're not saying it's a theory. They're not saying anything like that. No, they're literally speaking as this is truly what's happening. The color. When out of the body, the etheric double is usually a silvery blue-gray color, but one can take on other colors when a person becomes more aware of the astral environment. Some say that changing thought patterns can change the etheric body, which can in turn change the physical body. Practice such as meditation, regular affirmation, and energization exercises are said to help change the etheric body. They literally admitted it. It's your ether, your etheric body, your ether body. Your ether body is a subtle body, pounded in esoteric and occult philosophy as the first or lowest layer in the human energy field or aura. The etheric body is said to be in immediate contact with the physical body and is said to sustain it and connect it with the higher bodies. Look at that. Yeah, that's right. It is cool. See, that's why they want to get rid of it. Get rid of the human race, sever that connection right there. Don't let them know who they truly are, what their form is. You're a being of light. That's right. Energy. Energy. Look at this. Look at the primary role of the etheric body system delivers energy to your physical body so it can do everything that it does to enable you to generate your life experiences. The etheric energy system is connected to the emotional energy system and the mental energy system. Look at that. Your astral body, your chakra. The etheric body emanates from our root chakra. It is nearest to the physical body and holds our physical form in place. It's like a shadow. It's like a shadow. How your shadow is attached to your feet. When you're standing there, it's literally attached to your body. So imagine, that shadow's there. See, I got a shadow right here. I got a shadow. I got a shadow up here, maybe. Let's get my shadow. I got a shadow somewhere. Where's my shadow? See my shadow? It's attached to my body. It's not separate. It is literally attached to my body. So if we can see that, your shadow, the etheric body also, our root chakra. It's our root chakra. It's the nearest, it holds our physical form in place. Isn't that interesting? It's there. Yeah. Mm. Look at this. The etheric body is the etheric body the etheric body or etheric double is a teaching in occultism and theosophy. It is one of the 7 principles of the human being. According to the theosophical philosophy, 1774, August Hupel wrote about the soul being comprised from an etheric type of matter. Look at that, a light. A light. It's an invisible layer of a few millimeters surrounds the physical body like an envelope. The plane is actually visible to those with an etheric sight and presents itself as an aura of white light. Oh, they know it. Yeah. That's pretty cool, ain't it? What if you see someone with a multiple shadows? You might want to look that up. There's some people, if you set in focus, I was going to go, if you set in focus, if you have the ability, like you can look at someone. I did this when I was working. I have this one friend who has this gift. And it just come naturally. And she would go to work. And there was this coworker, she always saw a very dark shadow around him. The aura was black. She didn't want to see it, but she could see it. She could see everybody's aura, and then she just did not want to see it anymore. She didn't. I said, could you really do that? She said, yeah. I didn't want to see that anymore. So I said, I can do it too, I bet. So I sat at work one day when I had this second shift job, and I would have people come up, sit next to me, and I would focus on them. They'll say, can you see my aura? So I would sit, and I was able to see their aura. I had to concentrate. I had to get to a place within. But you can do it if you can come to that place within your body to where you can see their aura. I saw the one was like, it's that like magenta-like thing around them. That was their aura. And then I only had 2 people who would do it. The other ones thought I'd done lost it. But you can do it too. You can. It's like the other night when I couldn't sleep. I put a candle on top of the stove in the living room, and I stared at the flame of the candle. And out of my right eye, I could see into that field a heart. A golden heart with multiple hearts in the side of it, with the lines of them, outlines of hearts appeared all around that flame. A golden heart with another golden heart outlined. And I thought, oh my gosh, because I literally, it literally came so clear out of this, that this eye could see it, but this eye couldn't. This is like, boom. And then it changed into a geometric shape. And then it started changing again, and then my focus broke. Yeah. You've seen people's auras. All the toxic family are suddenly trying their best. Oh, you don't want to get into the chaos. You don't. Yeah. Ah, very attentively, Angelo. It's true. So we got AI has told you. AI is a lot smarter than humans. And AI will tell you, this is a generative AI. It's just experimental, but they're telling you, you do have this is your etheric body. It's an energy field, and we're energy. That's why you have electricity coming from your body and stuff like that. You ever see, like when you shock people, you see a blue spark coming from your hand? How could you have a blue spark coming from your finger? And you've seen it. Truly, you did. Like a bluish spark. It's because it's your etheric body. They've done something to our bodies to keep us this low vibrating energy. And I believe it's the food also. The food has done it to us, and you know, the frequencies and stuff, they're interfering with our energy field. They don't want our light to shine. They don't want us to gain power. Can you imagine if we did? Can you imagine if every single one of us was able to look like this? I believe it would terrify the darkness if we could get our whole entire body, our aura to just like poof into our higher body's energy. That's right. It'd be pretty cool. It really would be. That's how you can like see your body, how people have had an out of body experience. That part of their bodies just went, he didn't want to come back either. In no way could outsmart man who made AI. Well, and in this instance right here, this AI is telling us what the men who run the world won't tell us. The rulers of this earth will not tell us this right here. They won't. But you have this internet that will pull the information up, and it doesn't need the approval of the rulers of this earth to put this information out. And this AI is not saying that this is all make-believe, and no, it's saying exactly what it knows. It has access to all the data. Yeah. Let's see. Flower, you don't think that this is real? You don't think that you have an etheric body or a body of light? That's another word you can say, a being of light. This is more or less how I interpret it. If you call yourself a being of light, this more or less would be that like that. You got a light on the inside of you, right there. If you, Flower, just say today that you didn't want to be on this earth anymore and you had all this love within your heart and your love truly was the light that shined out and you were no longer here, the world would be a little bit dimmer because your light would not be in it. The overall light of all of us would be dimmer. It would. That's how you got to look at yourself. You're like that lighthouse, you're like that candle, you're like that flame in the darkness in a dark world. The more light we have, the less the darkness becomes. The less light we have, the darkness will grow. Yeah, that's how it works. If it's like having a lamp that has 2 light bulbs on it. 2 light bulbs can light up a room a whole lot, but if one of those light bulbs go out, you don't have as much light. You don't. And then if that other one like blows something in it and it still works, but it has just a little bit of light, it cannot shine through the dark like it did when it had 2 lights. That's how you had to look at yourself, like that. I could walk, if I didn't have a light within me, if I was a light bulb and the love within me wasn't shining bright, if my light bulb, my energy wasn't there, I'd walk in a dark room, or if it was just barely flickering, it would only light up so much. But if that love was just like blooming out and the light within me is like, it would literally illuminate the whole room. Yeah, 7 layers of light, Debbie Gender. Yeah. 3 shocks. Only an optimist is the light in the darkness. Only it would depend on what your definition of optimist was. And yeah, there's a lot of people who are lights and they don't even realize it. And they prove that they're lights by the life that they live and the way that they treat others with love and kindness. They may not realize it and they may not even identify or see themselves as a light. But their actions on this earth, the way that they treat one another, the things that they are, the things that they do, speaks volumes, even though they may not realize it. Yeah. 12 auric fields. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the etheric body is what we're talking about. Yeah, when we hug, we exchange energy. Let me tell you something about energy. Al, honey, I have water with me. I do. I need a drink of water, but I got water with me, Al, honey. I'm gonna drink it. I am getting up to drink it. Okay, there was this woman that I worked with, and oh my gosh, she did not like me. I left my job. I did. I resigned and stuff like that. And after I resigned, things happened and stuff like that. And I came back in a different area. And the woman was not supposed to be around me. And I had to go into the office one day, and I had this other lady that worked with me. I said, I'm not supposed to be around her. She's in the office right now. She said, it'll be okay, Gina. And as that lady walked out of the office and she saw me, I kid you not, her energy was like a big basketball. I've never felt energy in my life. Her negative energy was a basketball that hit me straight in my abdomen and exited through my body. That was how powerful her energy was, her negative energy as she walked past me. It was a big orb-like energy. Poof. And I went like that, and I thought, what did I just feel? And when I went back to my desk, I thought, I had to sit there and think about how on earth did I feel that? Oh, it was negative. I've never felt anything like that in my life, but it was in the form of a sphere, and it was as big as a basketball. It hit my abdomen, and it went straight through me, and I felt it. My body went poof. My etheric body felt her energy. It did. I've never felt anything like that since then. I am speaking the truth. I am. That's how big that energy was. Yeah. Well, she wasn't happy with what happened after I left, and let me just tell you that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Has anyone else felt energy like that? To say that we don't have energy, is that like that chi energy? You know how you can, like, you have these cartoons where they can form the energy in their hand and they can make it bigger and bigger. You know, like Dragon Ball Z, how he does like whatever, Goku or something, and he can form that, he does that chi or something. I don't know what he does, but he forms a great big energy ball in his hand. Oigong. Yeah. And then they can like blast it. Yeah, but to feel that energy, it's like, I hope I never feel that energy like that again. Your chakra balancing, a woman from going into the brain surgery, she kept a woman healing her paralyzation in about an hour when she was working at a California hospital. I think that's wonderful, Stacy. There are people who do have those gifts. Just think a lot of us have those gifts within us, but we may not be aware of it. And our lives may be so complicated and so hectic that we can't even tap into that energy, even though you may sense that you have that type of energy. Evil spirits, and you've seen them many times, and the people, it makes them sick. Yeah, it makes people sick to their stomach when they're around an evil presence. Not since you moved in Los Angeles, there were plenty of vampires. We can move things in our mind with our mind. I used to try to do that when I was little. I said, I can look at this. I would sit in a room with that. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna make it move. I practiced doing it. I did when I was real little. All the time. You're just tuning in. We were talking about, do you feel like you're not hungry anymore, and after you eat, you just feel full and you don't want to eat nothing for the rest of the day, and this could be early in the day. You just don't want to eat the food. Namaste. There's a lot of people in here who don't watch movies, I would say, or TV. My left side of my nose is starting to tickle, so I know it's kind of bothering something in the spiritual realm, and it's not a nice one. Called the body electric. We are electric beings. Big bad Fresno up here. Body electric. I really do believe we're electric too. What if we're really some type of, we are a super, super, super advanced species, organic species, and I believe that we are light beings, and they want to downgrade us. Light beings. Beings of light. Just like they say, the ascended masters. That's what we call them, the ascended master. And it's like some of these people, the monks or whoever they were, they're able to levitate their body in concentration. And they called it evil because they were able to reach that point and they could get off the ground. And some people, when they meditate, this guy got a video of his one part of his body leaving his body as he was meditating. And was it in China where they did not want the people doing whatever they were doing? And so they got rid of them. They squashed the movement because you cannot be connecting to that type of energy. Yeah. Look at this. In the Bible, Jesus Christ is often referred to as the light of the world, signifying that he is the source of spiritual truth and guidance, dispelling darkness and bringing life and knowledge to those who follow him. This metaphor is most prominently found in the Gospel of John, where Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Light represents goodness, truth, and knowledge, while darkness represents evil and ignorance. God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. The idea that following Jesus is one guided spiritual darkness. I want to see a light being. You got an etheric body if you didn't realize it. You got, you're a being of light. You ever walk into a room or a store or something, and then everybody starts looking at you as you're walking by, and they start smiling, and they turn their head. They may not be looking at you, but as soon as you walk past, they just like look at you, and they just smile. And you just smile back at them? Yeah. You watch something? Yeah. And you don't even have to say anything. They feel your energy, your field. So they must have they must be in contact with their whole body. Oh, look at that. The 4 bodies. It's like those ghost hunters. Don't they have technology like cameras that can see your bodies like this? Special cameras where they can see your body's frequency. They can see the heat inside your body. Can they not? They use their certain cameras they have to look at your body's temperatures and stuff. If they can see that, you know they can see the energy all around your body too. All your energy field. That's what the cameras are doing too. The body scanners. Yes, the body scanners. They can tell what your mood is and everything. You need to change rooms, Angela, honey. Al, honey, I don't know what that's about, but she needs to change rooms. They can see it through the Wi-Fi. Your etheric body holds the memories and experiences throughout all your lifetime. Initially, it's meant to protect the physical body. Look at that. Memories. Your energy. You are energy. The 3 selves and astral travel. 3 definite parts or entities. Its own individual existence. Now, some people may say this is New Age, but I really don't think it is New Age. I just think it's just different words that are used, because I like to use the word a being of light. And like the great army of light that's going to one day sweep over this planet and rid it of the darkness once and for all. And I wholeheartedly believe that with everything that's in my being. The day will come when the great army of light will sweep over this planet and it will rid it of the darkness once and for all. There will be no more on this planet. It's going to be expelled, get out is what's going to happen. So, yeah, I do. I like that. You got to understand your body, your energy body. Your energy body, the etheric energy body, the main shaman, the invisible. And it's these people who can see the shadow beings. See, they may not have a physical body. They have a different type of body. Their body is made up of a different type of energy. And there's been plenty of people who can see them, and they can see the people, and they can communicate telepathically with the people and send them messages. And they know what type of spirit that's in your body. And you know what type of spirit's in theirs. You can feel their energy and they can feel your energy. And they're not going to stay around where they know they ain't got a fighting chance. They flee. They literally leave because they can feel the force coming from you, your life force. It's like the people who have, they set their hand on a table and the table shatters. Or they can't wear the watches because their electricity in their body, they stop all types of watches and it interferes with the watches. And it's the people who have the healing energy, it's coming from their bodies. You can't see it, but it's literally coming from their bodies. Look at this. The spiritual energy is the energy generated by the inner self. It's part of us that religious people call the soul. The level of one's energy is determined by our deeds and is triggered by our values and our convictions. Our beliefs and values define who we are, why we live, and what we perceive to be right or wrong. In layman's term, what organs give your body energy? It's your liver cells. Your liver. Okay. Look at this. What law said energy cannot be destroyed? Instead, the law of conservation of energy says the energy is neither created nor destroyed. When people use energy, it doesn't disappear. Energy changes from one form of energy into another form of energy. I believe that. I do. 3 laws of energy. Well, that's a different type. Okay, we're just talking about your body. I'm supposed to be getting off of here, y'all. I'm so sorry. This is an 88-minute video. I've heard people say that's why people don't like to watch your videos, Jenny. You make them too long. Nobody's going to sit there and listen to you all that time. They want a short video. They want a 3-minute video or maybe a 1-minute video. No, they ain't got time to sit there and listen, and I get it. But some people do like to engage in conversations, and we live in a day and age where people don't want to engage in it. They want to look at something really short because their attention span is shorter and they're not even interested. They just don't want to sit there and hear. But some people do, and it's okay. I like to do long videos at times because I like to communicate. I like the energy. Yeah. It's good, and we're not doing anything wrong with our time that we're using on the social media platform, YouTube. We're actually coming together, and I think that would be the overall goal, that they want people to come together in a peaceful manner and just connect, since we're miles apart. Yeah. It's the new frontier of the future, more or less. And it's okay. It is. It's like on that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, where the scientists that were somewhere in the Arctic and the global thing was happening, the global ice, the mini ice age, and they were sitting there. American, they were able to communicate on the telephone with someone in the United States, the one scientist. At least they had that mode of communication. Yeah. Yeah, it would be, yes, it would be good on a long, I agree with you, Daisy Day. A long road trip. I really do. And sometimes when you're on a road trip, you don't get all those radio stations to tune in because they just fade away. Yeah. Your body's just a vessel. It's a vessel, and you got chakras. Boom. It'll look like a massive light being. Look at all of that energy. They know it. They know it. I am going to go, y'all. I got to get up from here. Thank you for tuning in so long. Yeah. You got a phone call on your landline. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Thank you all for your comments. I really did enjoy it. I did. I like communicating. I like sharing. I do. Whether some people think I like it or not, I do like it. It's good for the soul. It's nourishment. It is. And it's not earthly food. It's good spiritual food, spiritual nurturing. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I got to get ready to put my castor oil pack on me. Because I'm putting a castor oil pack on my abdomen where my liver's at, and then up here. And I just get a heating pad on, and I put it on top of there with some, I don't know, something to keep the castor oil in the pad from getting on my clothes. And I just get a pillow, and I tell my mom, can you put on Star Trek? I'll just lay here for 45 minutes, and I'll just watch Star Trek. It don't come on till 8 o'clock, but that's what I got to do every night, and I can do it. It's working. It really is. That's right. Also, I read today that castor oil is good for the keratosis. If you have the keratosis on your back, I didn't read on how you would get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like the scalies, like brown scaly stuff that a lot more people are getting it. It's supposed to be good for that. You might want to, if you got that, look that up. How you would use that on there. It'd be pretty good. I don't got it, but I read that. No, I read it in the comment section. Somebody said it. Thank you for that comment. Yeah, I'm going to go. That's wonderful. It is, Daisy Day. And it makes your face look younger, too. You put it on a little under here, on your wrinkles, above your eyelids and stuff, just a little bit. And, you know, you got to do it. You want to beautify that face. Take care of your body. You do. I'm going to go. So thank you all again. Thank you, Al Honey. Have a wonderful, that's right, Rita Honey. A wonderful rest of your evening, and I love you.